All right, it is time as we start our Viking Valakan clans, who, after now learning of several odd things going on in the village, stealing of shadows, and some of our Vikings helping in those plans themselves, we have many a thing happening as winter is fast approaching, and a nearly inevitable attempt on the life of Rafanovsker, the current chief. And once enjoying the support of the Hersers, it seems that they have lost confidence in his leadership, while giving lip service to him as much as possible. And as things begin to go, they have given tacit support to the plot to undermine Raffen. And trying to figure all this out to clear their heads as well as deal with the death of Tiny, one of the most avid supporters left in the Hersers of Raffen himself. They have entered Shadowsteel Citadel, in which they have begun to explore and found large masses of hives that are bigger than a man, as they explore the seemingly abandoned and uncared for citadel. And it is with that we join. So
you chose some violence with that summary there, Matt. That was some violence in those words. But yeah.
Yes. Currently, you still stand in a dining room. Large tables and the soft buzz of insects, as well as doors that lead out, and then looking into a kitchen with workstations and prep tables and several more hives of insects. What would you like to do?
We haven't really found any bodies, right?
No, right now, just bugs.
I'm not an expert on animal, bug, plant life, but I don't think bugs generally eat bones. Flesh, yes, they can. So if the bugs killed people who were here, there would be like bones, right?
Or Korgana just waves at the giant nest that is larger than a man, as described by the GM. Or the bugs are really big and they swallow them whole and digest them in its entirety. But Asphalt doesn't want me to go ahead and destroy them because the bugs haven't done anything to us, because that's never gone against us before.
Well, they haven't attacked us yet. I kind of think as long as we don't disturb them, they won't disturb us.
Have any of them touched us or like actually landed on us or like brushed against us or anything?
No, I mean, they're just buzzing.
They haven't really acknowledged that we're here, but I don't know what happens if we step into the room where the big nest is. It's on the ceiling.
I'm just so glad we have such a sense of optimism and hopefulness despite everything we've been through together, team. It continues to inspire.
That being said, considering I do have proficiency in animal handling and nature. Could I take a minute to figure out what kind of bugs these might be?
Sure. You can give me that nature check.
Hist, if things get ugly, you're just gonna
I
fireball
probably
all
have
the
no
bugs, right?
idea. It's an 8.
Yes, that would be my plan.
Okay.
Matt, I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, thank you.
I always appreciate your pragmatism there, Hist.
I'd rather not get eaten if that is the other outcome. I appreciate it.
Are the bugs in the room, heading north? Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the big nest in there.
All right. I rolled an 8, so I probably have no idea what kind of bugs these are.
What do we see as far as what the bugs look like, or do we know we just hear them buzzing in the nests?
I mean, yeah, these look like tiny yellow insects.
Okay. Since nobody else will do it, I am gonna walk into the room.
Oops, I didn't put too much there. Okay. As you do, the bugs continually buzz.
Okay. And I see a door to the north.
Yes, that's blocked by a hive.
Okay, so we would have to get rid of a hive or a nest to get through it. And that's the only door?
Yeah.
Well, I would say if we don't want to set off a chain reaction, that we maybe choose one of these other doors in this other room.
Is there anything else of interest in there? Anything valuable? Any notes? Any books? Anything?
It's a kitchen with workstations.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see anything of note, right, Matt?
No.
Yeah, it's just a kitchen with workstation.
Like, are they open workstations, Matt, or do they have like cabinets and things of that nature?
Yeah, there's mostly workstations. They're like, because they don't really have cabinets. It's just like kitchen prep area.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so just like a big giant
counter
flat tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure there's nothing to open and, search through. So, okay. Well, then, we'll leave that as option. Things are screwed and close the door.
Works for me. Should we just go round the room to the left? Maybe try this door?
I think we tried those, and there was something that we didn't like down those doors, right, Matt?
No, I don't think we'd open them.
I think you tried.
Okay. All right. Well, then.
No, we were just having a hard time deciding, so Penny flipped a coin.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got the doors to the west and a door to the south.
Well, then, I will guard our wizard here, and you guard the front with Griffbjorg.
Right. I'm gonna check the door for traps.
Oh, that's right. You found a secret button that activated the door to the south, I believe. Was what you had found, and then you had up in there. Oh no, you'd come. Never mind. You came from the secret door. That's how you got here. So, what door are you checking? The south?
No, the one.
West.
Yeah, the northwest one.
Okay. You got it. So,
I'm checking it for traps
okay.
because I'm guessing it's closed.
It's closed. Give me a perception check.
17.
And everything looks okay.
Okay, check to see if it's locked.
It is not locked.
Then cautiously open the door.
All right. This massive space that you walk into is lit by a hole smashed in the ceiling. The light is shifting and green, tinted by branches and leaves that make it difficult to see the sky. The north end of the room is covered in debris crushing a raised platform. Wooden pews are cracked and smashed, shoved to the sides, and pockets of smelly, pus-filled insect hives litter the ground, and a nest of broken pews in the southwest corner.
This looks like this might have been their church or sanctuary for worship.
My people are nothing if religious, Bjorg, to the point where, well, those like most of our party would be considered heretics and arrested and executed. So yes, to find a church is not surprising. But what's inside the church? Anything worth poking our head into?
Yeah. They're just peeking through the door, so if you really want to start to investigate. Only so much I give for the peek through the door.
That's why I'm asking Bjorg.
That's fine. As long as I'm not stepping on a nest, I'll walk through the door.
Okay.
Griff hopefully has my back.
All right, just those two going in?
I do have your back. I'm just talking to my mom.
Okay.
I am playing physical escort to Hist at the moment.
I mean, I'm gonna see what happens to that first.
Yeah. Then Bjorg and Griff, give me perception checks, please.
21.
All right. And what did Griff get?
17, I think.
Okay. Perfect. All right, then. So as you two enter the room, see the horrible nests, and then you can see a form, gray and black, within the nested pews. That seems to move about. Both of you give me a stealth check.
$23.
7. I step on a branch. Crack!
Yeah. And there you see this almost dripping form of a dragon, dripping with black, move their head. Their wings having holes slightly. Its white eyes glow bright at the crack. it screams, "Intruders! You've come into my home." And I've got the initiative.
Sounds like it just needs a hug.
And let's see
It
here.
does.
Any advantages I need to know about? Doesn't sound like it. So with that, you hear this roar hissed, and you get to go first.
All right. Because I can't really go over the table. Could I like slip through this space between Korgaga to attack? I don't really know how that works because sometimes we just do it where you can go over things, sometimes we don't, and I want to.
I mean, you can walk through each other, yeah.
Okay. 10. I can only get to here. Could I see him from here?
Yeah, you can see Trutroth.
Cool. Then I will cast Mouse Minute Meteors and fling 2 of them at him. I need 2 Dex 15 saves.
Let's go. So first one. Oh, come on. 18
That succeeds, so that'll be 5 fire damage for the first one.
and 12.
That fails, so that'll be 6 for the second one for 11 total.
Nice. Okay, they burn against his hide as he roars. We'll go to Griff.
Okay. I'm gonna fire up my channel divinity. Gain AC. And then I'm going to move between the dragon and Bjorg. And where is it? Here it is. Oh, it's a touch spell. Okay. Then I am going to go up to it and reach out and touch it, and I'm going to try to bestow curse on it.
Oh, let's go.
Where's that's called wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom? Okay. That's 4.
Okay. So choose one ability. Until the curse has one of the following effects. So I'm going to have it's like the swirling ghosts around me kind of like begin passing through like its body, and it starts getting kind of like distracted, almost like there's this sense of like fear in its body. So it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns or be forced to take the dodge action.
Ooh. That's nasty. Very good. As the curse spreads, its eyes go wide. And then we'll go to Bjorg.
I'm sorry, we didn't mean to intrude. We came here looking for answers. We didn't realize this was your home. And for now, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. So you make an appeal to it.
Yeah.
Then it is Chuldrop's turn as they make a wisdom save at the start of their turn for 15.
It fails.
Okay, so it takes the dodge action, is allowed to do other things.
I'm as written. It, I guess it can, but like for its action, it
Right.
has to take dodge.
Perfect.
So I assume it could probably move and like that kind of stuff.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, so it will go ahead and fly up about 60 feet. Very close to the ceiling. As it's overcome with fear and various trepidations. And go to Kurgana.
Can I just walk across these tables? This might be prim and proper, but I have no problem walking and dancing across tables to get across the room.
Agree athletics check for it not to be difficult terrain.
Oh boy, not acrobatic, huh? Okay. 13?
13, that'll do it as you get around there.
15, 20. Alright, so then if we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I open this door?
Yes.
What is with us and I will then bonus action for innate sorcery, and I would like to command it I would like a DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
21.
Yeah, that'll be a failure on its part, as it doesn't want to do what I told it to, which was to approach, and you hear a groan from Korgana as they're telling it that.
It's looking at you like crazy.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get behind this wall here.
Nice.
That's my turn.
All right. Then Hist.
It didn't respond to Griff, did it? Or not Griff, Bjorg.
No.
Can I just... I'll just ready an action to fling 2 more meteors if it attacks again.
All right. Just get ready to fling, and then we'll go to Griff. Griff, you muted if you're talking.
Sorry, my mom was talking to me. She's passing in and out of the room. Okay, so does not seem to want to talk to Bjorg. Still cursed. I have concentration. And it is 60 feet in the air.
Yes.
So Seeing as I cannot currently shoot it from all the way down here, I'm going to use Holy Word and shoot it with magic.
Let's go. Is that a save?
Nope. 16 to hit.
Disadvantage? Because it's dodging.
Right. It's still 16.
Okay. So 16 to hit. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, I was able to move out of the way. Dodging.
Curses! My old spell has been used against me. Just to be safe, seeing as Hiss and Korgana are probably going to be coming in here, I'm going to move more against this wall.
Nice.
Just so we're not in a straight line.
Sounds good. And Bjorg.
Well, I guess since he doesn't want to talk to me.
You look, they seem like rabid. Like there's a disease or curse affecting it already. That's made like it is not a full thinking creature.
Okay.
Sick.
So, bonus action, steady aim to give me a straight shot, and I'm shooting at it with my longbow. Oh, for a natural 20.
Woo!
And that will be 16 points of magical piercing.
Nice.
And that will be my turn.
That's an 11. So that fails it again. And with that, it takes a dodge action and flies out of the hole in the ceiling. Out of sight.
So it is a thinking creature.
It's a thinking creature. It's just not necessarily like one that can be reasoned with.
Gotcha. Guys? That's bad. Very bad.
No, it's not the best. It's depending on where it goes.
But it's out of here at the moment, so we can hopefully maybe quickly search this room and find an exit.
You have a minute. Because that's how long the curse lasts.
Is that a door to the south of us, Matt?
It is. What's your DC, Griff?
16.
Okay. All right. So that was basically a round for everyone, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to Hist.
I guess this final answer. Can I do an investigation check on its like nest? Just see if there's any traces of any traces of it left behind that I can examine for what was affecting it.
Oh, sure. Give me an investigation check.
$24.
Okay. $24. You had to look through. You can see just you get samples of this decayed skin, of this strange oil that seems to be exuding, and in the nest because where you're kind of looking around, you find what appears to be an innately inscribed short bow. I'll tell you, it's a +1 short bow.
Bjork, you might find this useful.
Okay.
But we should examine it first. Maybe there could be some residuals of the curse or affliction on it.
Okay.
We'll go to Griff and orders here.
Alright. Griff is going to continue concentrating on the spell. And what is that stuff that's up to the north of the room?
It's more just like kind of shattered.
Oh, okay. Then I think the only other door in this room is like up to the north, up there, or to the south.
Yeah.
I think Griff would probably head to the south door. Still let everybody know that he's concentrating on the spell, and whatnot.
All right. You
Reminding
realize
everybody.
the spell has ended.
Okay, guys, the spell's broken. I think he's coming back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's good for me.
Then Bjorg.
And you say that's just debris to the north of us? There's nothing of...
I mean, there could be. You just would have to search.
Well, I'm going to dash up there and search.
Okay. So, bonus action dash. Then give me a investigation check.
27.
27. Pushing through. You find several keys that seem to have been gathered here, and some from bodies, as well as a potion of lightning resistance.
Oh.
And 638 silver and 220 gold pieces.
Grab them all.
Got it. And with that, Chuldath flies in. As foul magic is done. And we... Yeah, comes to be 30 feet above Griffin Hist and lets out this yellow gas that's filled with various yellow insects. That comes in. I need con saves from Hist and Griff.
Nine.
So we'll fail. What about the Griff? Griff's got 14, which fails as well. Okay. So the insects come biting fiercely for 11 piercing damage. And the gas permeates your body and skin for 21 poison damage. And with the rest of its movement, it's going to get back up to 60 feet. We'll go to Kurgana.
This is gonna be a fun day. When I said to hunt something, this isn't what I had in mind. Given its continued desire to stay at a distance, I will Eldritch Blast it twice.
Let's go.
That'll be a natural 20
Nice.
for 8 damage. 11's gonna miss, and then I'll quicken it as well. 18
That hits.
and 18.
Very good.
For 10 and 9. And I will just look up at it. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You're just a big, giant, flapping worm with wings. Puny insect. And I'm going to back further into the room, knowing what I might have accidentally, well, not accidentally, but intentionally done there.
Very good. Then hissed.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to shoot 2 meteors at it. 2 dex 15 saves.
Nice. That is a 7. And a 12.
10 damage total. Fire damage.
Yes.
Then I am going to cast Thunderstep at 3rd level. So I need another con 15 save.
Are you close enough?
Yeah, it's 60 feet
I-
above.
I forgot he's above me. You're right. No, range area 90 feet? Is that the teleportation?
It's the people around you that take the damage, not the where your designation point is.
I see. You're right. Okay, never mind then. I am going to cast Fireball on it.
Very nice.
Dex 50.
11.
22 fire damage.
There we go.
Then I'm gonna back up. Back out the door again.
I love it. Griff.
Okie dokie, it's in the air. How high in the air is it?
60.
60. Okay. Then that is if I remember correctly, the ranges on weapons that have like that are thrown and whatnot, where it has like the first feetage and then the second feetage, the second one is at disadvantage, correct?
Anything beyond the first is a disadvantage.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna try it anyway. Why not? I'm going to take my trident and I'm going to kind of like heft it and I'm going to throw it.
Nice.
$15?
15. It bats it away with a wing.
would have been so cool if it hit, because I got topple. Okay. And you know what? Bonus action. I'm going to heal myself with healing word.
Nice.
Wow, that was very sad. That's okay. Every little bit counts.
Bjorg.
Alrighty. I tried to be nice, so bonus action steady aim, shooting at it with the longbow
Nice.
for a 21
That hits.
for 12 points of magical piercing plus an additional 14 for sneak attack.
Ooh.
And that will be my turn.
Amazing. All right, getting a murderous light in its eyes. It's going to here. Let's see. Dive towards Griff and land. Well, not land, skip like just above you. So that means it comes down 55. And come with its bite and its claw. So we got a bite coming first for 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Coming down with the claw for 15.
Doesn't hit.
And then a dirty 20.
Doesn't hit.
Unable to do anything of use. They will fly up 25 feet above. And Kargana.
So it's 30 feet up in the air now?
Yes,
Okay, unfortunate.
30 feet up.
I bet you'd look good as a suitcase and covered in ketchup. 16?
That's going to miss.
24 though.
That hits.
And for another 9 force damage.
Very nice.
And then I'm gonna beat my chest at it as a small little dragonborn.
Come on, Hist.
All right.
Did Hiss run all the way into the other room?
Yep.
Like, no, the double room. Like, you went 2 rooms away?
Oh, I didn't see the wall there. No, technically.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I just missed the wall there because of the design, the grid lines made me miss it.
fair. Sorry.
So now I would have just been there. I'm gonna do the same thing. I need 2 deck saves for the minute meteors.
You got it. All right. So the meteors fly. Let's go. First one, 7. So hits. Second, 17.
All right. So the first one is 7 damage. The second one is 2, for 9 total.
Very good.
Then action fireball again. I need an attack save.
Love it. 21.
35 halved, so 34.
17.
16 fire damage.
17.
17 fire damage.
There we go. All right, it's coughing. A light and flames. Griff.
Okie dokie. I'm going to if I went to go get my trident, that would just be an action, correct? That I threw and missed.
Yeah, you have to run and get it.
Yeah. Okay. Thinking. Then I will I will use holy word again. 21
That hits.
for 11 radiant damage.
Okay, it screams as it flails in the air, falls down, and plops on the ground next to you, Griff, as a sickening cloud fills the area that's ejected from its corpse.
Oh boy.
And I need a con save from Griff.
Is this against being poisoned?
Yes.
Then I have advantage. $18.
Okay. You shut your mouth and feel that the gas does not infect you. And with that, doesn't seem to be any more enemies.
Well then.
I found some keys.
Yeah, you found some keys. Good job, Jorg.
Hey, they might unlock doors. Don't diss my keys.
I'm not dissing your keys. I'm just...
Look, I know you're not happy to be here. I'm not really happy to be here either because all these bugs are gross. But hopefully we can find some answers. Matt, is there any... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Julie.
I was just going to ask if is there anything else in the room worth searching?
Yeah, so searching now that you have a little bit of time, you are able to find 2 silver euros that are probably worth 25 gold each.
Is this corpse continuing to give off, or was just from its landing, Matt? That
It was just its
poisonous?
landing.
Okay. As I am collecting miscellaneous dragon bits and pieces, can I take a bit of this and shove it into a small little jar?
Sure. It's up to any of you if you want to try to salvage pieces from this dragon.
I would like to.
Could I possibly medicine check it to see the kind of like disease it might have? If it's like a medicine related thing. Like if it's something that could spread to us.
Yeah, give me a medicine check. Then it's a survival check to get the.
$15.
19.
Okay. Okay, so you start to understand about what you can do here. So here in private chat, you're able to get different fluids as well as some claw from them. There you go, Corgana. The private chat. Then Griff. Looking at you, this gas this whole thing seems to be like it would put off a poison. The poison itself seems to carry with it portions of the curse. So medically, the substance passes a curse on from this dragon to another.
I will warn everybody that to be careful around this body.
Should we check the door to the south now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
are we done here? Check the door to the south?
I'm sorry, did you say something? Bjork?
Yeah. Are we done in here?
Sure.
Well, I mean, if we need to do more things in here, that's fine. I was just thinking if we were done, we could continue on with our search.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh. Okay, door to the south okay with you?
Wherever you want to go, Bjork.
Okay. Checking the door for traps.
All right, it doesn't appear to be trapped.
All right. Checking to see if it's locked.
It is unlocked.
Okay, I'm going to open the door and peer in. And I'm guessing that Griff still has my back.
Yep.
All right. This area has 6 sarcophagi. On the eastern end of the area is a set of work tables with glass beakers and various jars and shelves filled with dry herbs.
Griff, I think we definitely need to search this room. But we should be careful just to make sure that the sarcophagi are not trapped or cursed.
Yeah. You see 2 creatures moving in, combining various things and looking like they're doing research. They seem to be a mixture of dried, emaciated skin. No skin on their face, just the bits of their skull and their teeth enamel, with slightly glowing red eyes as they dutifully do their work.
Griff, what do you think those are?
I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say they might be undead.
Then we should probably dispatch them, huh?
Generally, that's the plan. Hey, do you think Gorgana's willing to fireball them?
Oh, probably. Any chance to fireball something is probably good for him. Although, we probably want to be careful with what they're working on.
Where are they in relation to us? Are they like at the far end of the room?
Far end, as they turn as you guys are discussing murdering them. They're like, what the hell? And just sort of blink.
Hi, what you doing over there?
What happened to Chernobog?
Oh, he's dead. If you're talking about the dragon.
They slowly nod.
Are you being kept here against your will?
Well, we couldn't leave because of the dragon.
So, sort of yes. Do you
Yes.
want to leave?
Yes.
And what are your plans if we let you go? Are you gonna harm?
Continue our research.
But you're not going to harm anybody.
Oh my fucking
So specifically us.
Oh no,
Well, I
we
just
won't harm
mean
you directly.
I just mean anybody in general. I don't want them to go out there on a killing spree, because then I would
No,
hate
no,
to have
no,
to
nothing like a killing spree.
I
Absolutely.
would hate to
not.
have to hunt them down.
This just hearing this ludicrous conversation from looking the dragon's court. York, they're doing research in a city full of curses, and they're not gonna hurt or kill anybody. What sort of medication have you been getting from the shamans back in the village?
None?
So
Look.
speaking of research, what research are you working on?
They kind of look down like, oh, I mean, we're got these various curses you see, and
Were you the ones that sold a curse to somebody to kill us?
I mean, no one ever did. We haven't received any names.
Okay, did you sell a candle to summon a candlelight demon?
Oh, we sell those all the time.
Have you
Really?
sold one recently?
Last one was a few months ago.
Do you remember what they look like?
Yeah, we're not in the habit of, talking about such things.
Well, you might want to tell us, because whoever you sold it to killed our friend.
Oh,
Yeah, we're kind of dead set on revenge right at this moment.
Let me guess, you can sell us a curse to go ahead and help us avenge our friend, right?
oh yes. Now you get it.
Well, I don't need a curse to help avenge my friend. I just need to know who it was.
It's much more meaningful when you kill someone with your bare hands. You know, it's really satisfying.
I
That
think
did
we're
answer
both
a lot of
missing.
questions we had.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Hist?
As you just said, it would answer a lot of questions we had.
I think you're all missing the point here. So,
Okay, enlighten us.
The point being, if we continue to just let them do their merry work, you're going to continue to sell curses. Yes, it's your lifestyle. It's your right, and indiscriminately. You don't care as long as someone's willing to pay. Yes.
Yes, this is the Cursed Citadel. Shadowsteel.
So you don't care who it is, including, as long as it's not yourself, who these curses affect. And if that means a person that, 3-4 journeys away, you're fine with that.
I mean, it's not so much about selling the curses, it's about doing the curse research, but the selling, helps that go forward well.
Helps fund it, I understand.
What? Maybe I'm the one who's going insane here and not reading the room here at this point. So, fine, let's go down this avenue further. Do you do research on curses that steal people's shadows?
Oh, I've heard of such a thing. Yes.
Do you know how to get like a shadow that's been like perhaps stolen and then used, or generate someone a new shadow?
Well, I suppose you could generate someone's shadow if you stole a little bit of somebody else's. Did a little bit, and you could probably regrow it. They might feel a little strange.
Do you have any research notes I could take a gander at?
Sure. We could probably show you some things.
This is asking us out of a genuine curiosity. He has no judgment.
Corgana, why are we asking about stealing shadows?
If it's a curse, because Griff identified it as a curse previously, and we're dealing with a number of curses and things of ill repute. But everyone seems to be okay with talking to these people that are doing bad things and letting them go and away to continue on their merry way to do further bad things, which is utterly flabbergasting to me, considering how we want to go ahead and protect as many people as possible, and letting danger out into the world seems very opposite of that, and I'm very confused, and I'm wondering if like I inhaled something in that fight with the dragon that's just making me go insane right now.
Corgana? Tiny's dead. And I want to find whoever did it, and I want to break every single bone in their body.
So letting somebody, or letting people who are willing to curse perhaps thousands of people in the future is worth Tiny's life and breaking all of their bones.
If they can help me find that person, I don't care.
This helps me understand what is going on right now. And please continue. I now have a better understanding of what exactly is going on. So my apologies. I was very flabbergasted from a group of people who's very much we need to protect everybody to we don't care and we'll set the whole world on fire because we want revenge. Thank you.
Basically, Tiny was pure and innocent and good, and now everybody has to die because somebody killed Tiny.
Oh, right, okay. So let's negotiate. We tell you I could give you the description of the person who grabbed a candle from us. Yes. And you all immediately leave.
I want some of your research notes as well.
Well, okay.
Now, by immediately leave, you just mean this room, yes?
No, you can't stick around and loot our citadel. We'll call it whatever you've done thus far. Then you leave our home. You don't steal more of our stuff.
Corgan looks between Bjorg and Griff as they seem to be the one interested in brokering this deal.
Whispering to Corgana. Corgana, would it help if I let you torture them?
That gets another look of...
Wait, hold on. Here's my thinking. You don't want to let them go, and I'm agreeing with that, but we need information from them, and they're not going to give it to us willingly.
Just offered to give it willingly.
Right, but there was a stipulation. Bjorg still wants to search the Citadel.
Okay.
Because there might be other things or creatures in here
Bjorg,
Okay.
I don't think you've ever tortured anybody and know what it takes to do so. Even if you're not the one doing it, there's still a price to pay. Do you want that on your soul?
Probably not. So you're saying we should just kill them?
I don't think Rift's going to get what they want out of this situation, and Hist isn't going to get what they want out of... Well, Hist might get what they want out of that situation. But...
Well, who knows? Maybe they keep notes.
I'm going to go with Griff on this one.
Okay, I'll leave it to you guys. Griff gets to make the decision.
Griff.
All right, so what did these people look like? This person look like?
I mean, oh, you're talking to them. They go,
Yeah,
do we
yeah,
have an
yeah.
agreement?
Yeah. Sure. Now, what did they look like?
Is Griff trying to deceive them?
I think in this sense, he's not so much trying to deceive them, but like in the sense that if he doesn't like if like they don't give the kind like the idea here is that if they give him information that he might not like, he might just kill them anyway.
Give me a deception check.
Seven. He's kind of like on a short rope here.
I understand. So,
He's taking Tiny's death a little personally, as the person who could have resurrected her and didn't.
gotcha. Yeah, I couldn't make it in time. Oh, that was the other thing. We checked and you didn't have the spell prepared.
I didn't have the spell prepared.
That was the other problem that we ran into because we looked at your spell list and was like, oh. We're like, oh no. Okay, so give me one sec here. Okay. When you're looking for a description and it's not there. Okay. So they begin here and they talk, say, it was a woman.
A woman! Treacherous. Sorry.
Amazing. This woman came cloaked. bearing the symbol of Solima. And seem to Boar talked so yeah, it basically begins to describe her pale woman bearing the symbol of Solima.
Does it match the description, having been a tour guide for Moraval and Grow?
Sorry, what?
Having been the tour guide of Moval and Grow, our merchant friends who are from out of town, does it match what having been their escort through town? The description of Grow.
Yeah. So Korgana, you would recognize this as far as bearing Solima, it would be Gro, Sten's daughter.
Sten's daughter. Who the fuck is Sten?
You don't know Sten.
Okay, but I remember Grow, and yes, okay.
But Gro the Confessor.
Yep.
Yeah.
There, she was a Fallen of the Ark, Seraph Solima.
Mm-hmm. But did the description match that of having walked around with her?
Yeah. Give me a bit of it. Just they very cloak, so it's female. She is female.
Yep.
She has a paler skin, and she does follow Solima. So those three things match, and that's basically what they have.
Yep.
Really? How interesting. Griff's eye kind of twitched because I, if I remember correctly, I think I hung around like with what's her name and Grow, the person who was Maroon, yeah. Because I was watching them because of the silver bolts, and I was suspicious. I wrote it in my notes. I have it right here.
That answer. Are you satisfied, Griff?
Satisfied? Just means that there's other people that need talking to.
Hiss, do you have your notations that you'd like?
I don't care what information they give me or if it's useful or not, but Hiss would just like personally want some research that he would have like just be able to like know and have the like store in his head.
Perfect. Then remind me, is this wizard or
He's a wizard.
Wizard, okay. In that case, kind of bargaining just to not have a fight here. They are going to allow you to have a curse spell.
Ooh.
And Matt, while they're digging around and they're having their discussions, what is this place made out of? How flammable is it?
It's like stone and steel.
Oh, okay. Well, not very, in other words.
Yeah.
Because no one said we couldn't set the place on fire as we left in the agreement. But fair enough.
That is who they describe, and that is indeed Grow.
Also, sorry, what spell did I get? Did I just get Bestow Curse?
Give me I have to give that to you.
Oh, no problem. Sorry.
All right, what would y'all like to do?
Well, I guess we agreed to leave.
We did. Gentle beings, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you in the near future.
Most likely.
Nod.
And then once we start, is everyone else leaving? I don't want to make that assumption, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Griff is being dramatic and quiet.
so
Just
once
sweeping from the room with a fluttering of cloak.
once we're 2 rooms away, Matt, I'll be like, there's nothing in the agreement that prevents us from returning back and killing them now. If you feel so strongly opinion on that matter, Griff and Bjorg.
Griff.
Sorry, hang on. There's like something in my eye. I don't feel any which way on whether or not we kill them. We got the information we needed. Who used the curse?
Who bought the curse?
Who bought the curse?
Because she just bought a candle. So that's what you have. So if you're thinking murder weapon, she purchased a weapon that the same type of weapon. You don't even know it's the same one. You just know that it was the same type of weapon that was used in this. So as if it was a gun? Well, we know someone who bought a gun.
Whether or not
Now a
Gro-
rare one that's hard
Yeah.
to, an average just sort of has because of what it takes to make it. But
whether or not it was Gro that used it or Mayroon, that's
Or
something that we're going to have to
woman.
find out.
Okay, but back to Corgana's question or comment that, as he stated, we never said that we wouldn't return again and kill them.
If that's what we want to do on a different day, that's what we're going to do on a different day.
You're in a mood, Griff. Like, I don't. It's
You're not
interesting, just-
Corgana?
Everything is fine. I mean, I want to be away from here faster than anybody else, but that's for my own personal history, which I explained when I arrived. But it just feels weird to see you with how flexible you're willing to be to avenge one person, as dear as Tiny might have been. We've lost people before. So what's the difference here, Griff?
Because I could have helped her.
You could have helped the people that we were raiding with in the summer. There's only so much you can do. So where do you draw the line? Or are you just going to hold it against yourself for eternity that I could have helped somebody, but I couldn't, and so therefore I'm going to be angry with everybody else and burn the rest of it down for each person that you couldn't?
What do you want, Corgana? Do you want to go back in and just burn down the room? Because we can go do that now. I thought we were coming here to get the information we needed and then leave.
And we're doing that, Griff.
Okay, then let's go.
But you're avoiding the subject of what's wrong with you.
Well, I don't want to talk about it right now.
Okay. Corgana looks a little hurt and walks away.
Griff,
What?
I understand that you're grieving and you're upset and you're angry. So are the rest of us. Please try not to take it out on us. You should probably apologize to Corgana. Now is the time when we all need to really stick together. And with that, she grabs Hist and says, "Come on, Hist."
Yeah, let's go.
Follow Corgana, and if that means we're exiting, then that's where we go.
All right, then are we leaving?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is fine. Insert meme here.
Very good. With that, then, you begin to make your way back to Ragfall. Finishing your week of this expedition. And come to the town. I think here, let's go ahead and we'll just take a slightly early break, and then we'll get back to being part of Ragfall. Alrighty here. So, coming back, a day or two travel, Hist with two new spells for his book. Hope you enjoy them.
Yeah, those are really cool. I've also never played a wizard before. How do I add spells to a book?
So you usually you'd spend golden time, but given where you were, they had the materials present for you to do so. And your time would have been able to be done during like the 2 days and all that type of stuff.
Cool.
So in this case, that was taken care of. So, people discorded me things. I was no one was. Okay. What's the notification? Oh, because you put a heart next to the spell. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
There's on my phone. I'm like, I couldn't tell what it was until I was like, what's... Oh, no, it wasn't a message. Okay. Cool.
The only thing I want for for clarification, that claw that Corgana got, like the Corgana got like the full claw, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if someone wants to spend the time, they can to make it a dagger of venom, I believe.
I believe we'll have to go to the blacksmith for that.
Yeah.
It's on the tools.
But as I've been collecting various dragon fluids and parts over the last few weeks, it seems, based off of our adventures. The question that I/Gorgana has is, with the generally quiet voice in their head, do I think that I could do anything with them to strengthen my ties to my draconic heritage by like creating a mixture or something out of them?
Oh, I see. I mean, it would take a bit of a project.
I mean, time is loosey-goosey, and
Yeah.
I have nothing to
yeah, what are you trying to achieve? Like, what's the... We say a further tie. What are we thinking?
I mean, there's this wonderful transmutation that's in the book. There's also...
Okay, like if you're trying to do that, yeah, that's what I meant. Like if that is what you are attempting.
It is one of many possibilities, but again, there are many wonderful possibilities and wonderful bad things that can also happen from this.
All right. Oh, is that transformation in the book?
Yes. The worm one?
I didn't realize they put that in there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course they did. That's where they put it. It's my brain. There's a lot of ghost fire materials I have, and I'm like, oh, was it in that one? It's like, sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I think I am down. I just think it. I'd like it to be a bit more. I'd want it to be story like, what do you do? What do you do with your friends to do this? Because this is quite, like, it is quite a thing.
So in regards to that, there is Corgana lives / works in the local brewery, right? Pretty much, and it's relatively so. While Corgana cannot be present at all hours and at all times because they have responsibilities, in a when making meads and things of that nature, you have to distill and refine similar to an alcoholic process. So Corgana would buy some additional tools and whatnot to help refine the blood, the sweat, the tears, all of these things from the draconic portions to start to refine that over time.
Okay.
And have, when Corgana's not around, let Grindel, Grindel. The G family just throws me off so much, and
with some instructions on what to do and when to lower temperatures. Also, tapping into that inner voice that's always there, that just pokes and prods Corganas in some helpful and not always helpful ways to guidance as to how to connect and become more than what they are at present. That's my initial thought process in regards to it, and I'm happy to.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm looking at kind of what might help you out initially. So this should be something a little bit more tied to Gomadrog.
Okay, that's fair.
So kind of thinking that, whether it be the cold fire or whatever.
I mean, I can add the cold fire piece in regards to it, because I
Yeah.
have the ability to create some of that and inject it at times.
Yeah.
I have to expend resources at days you tell me that I'm expending resources to do so.
Okay, ejecting. But like, what if it says like walk into an inferno of cold fire?
Oh, I mean, I did try to hug the I did try to hug his blood when we first ran across it in the first place, but
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep
But
that
in
in
other
mind.
words, it's very like if you read through real quick the role play section.
Okay.
For it, and you can see where like it's meant to be pretty like noticeable and a big deal. And so
Okay,
we'll just
well
kind of get your brain around that, and we'll probably be good.
Okay, I will think more about it, but yeah, fair enough. Please continue.
All right. Now, given the way we did this, I'm going to count this as a quest, so I will give you a free week of downtime as part of this. Just because I thought it was very thematic to our group.
Do
So if
we
you don't want to do that.
don't we still have to do one more thing of training? Do we want to do that?
I'm good with that.
I'm good with it too. I know that was something that we wanted to do or had to do. It was
I
like
just feel like it's good to get it. Yeah, I feel like it's good to get it done right now where there's nothing else we need to get done before we run out of weeks. Downtime.
So is that with Ranulf?
Oh yeah, you want to do the training?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Yep, so you head over to there, and I think, what was the other type you were trying to do?
Shield wall stuff, if I recall correctly.
Yes. Just because you did the bow, right?
Yeah.
So that's not actually, so let me see here. That's not downtime, right? That's a week worth of time.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think we got a downtime last week as part of that when we did it last time.
Right. It's you just spend a week. So you would, this is a week's downtime from what you just did, and then
Gotcha.
you'd have to spend another week just of time taken care of.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'd have to choose a location for this to be taken care of. Got it. If I'm understanding you correctly, Matt.
If you're trying to upgrade a location, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what you want to do, as opposed to gathering resources.
And we've not upgraded Raffensheim yet per Raffin's request, correct?
Yep.
So maybe we look at that. Let's loot handouts.
And then at any time you want, you also have Grow is in the village helping out and doing her stuff.
During some of our downtime, can I get the dagger required for the spell I got?
Yes.
How much would that cost? Because it's like covered in jewels, so I imagine that would actually.
Thought it said 250 gold, unless I'm
Oh, it did. Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Or it did have a price at least. Let me double check it. 100 gold.
I thought it gave a pricing.
So I would say to keep the building from, given we've either invested in archers, so either archery platform, or we protect the roof and whatnot from just them burning the place down around us is my go-to with upgrading Raffensheim.
Okay.
But what does everyone else think?
I say we do the roof this week, and then the next time we look at the archery platform.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Very good. So you're upgrading the roof of Raffensheim?
Correct.
Very good. In that case, so completing that, things have gone well, and you find yourself here at a new week as the weather is getting colder.
Should we talk to Grow and find out what she knows?
How do you want to talk to her, Bjorn?
I don't know. Casual conversation. I don't want to
She's
go in
just
all
gonna-
threatening and scare her off or have her try to attack us.
So we're just going to walk in and be like, hey, we've talked to some people and you purchased this candle that summons a demon. What's up?
I don't know. I mean, if you want to be straightforward with her, go right ahead. I'm trying to think of a way to not scare her off or cause her to get all defensive.
I'm just trying to understand how you want us to magically do that. I wouldn't say and confess to anything of that sort.
Well, how do you want to approach her?
I mean, I don't. If you gave it to me, I'd just kill her. But they have protection of the clan, and so that doesn't work that way.
Okay, but just outright killing her doesn't get us answers.
Molly, would that make you feel better? Or Griff?
I could force her to speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
Does it really work that way?
I mean, you could always save against the spell.
But even while under the effects of it, are you mandated to tell the truth?
As you believe it to be the truth.
Right, or could you just sit there and sit in silence?
We're choosing a mission of answers as a
Sign of guilt?
Not necessarily, but we can tell based on attitude, amongst other things.
When you start casting spells on me, I'm not going to be very implied to be helpful hist. So,
We can try to make her agree to it. We don't have to force it.
So then we're back into the defensive corner of cool. Now defensive, scared, all that fun stuff.
I am not a worshiper of Salima, but I understand that that they are the arch seraph of justice. One would, I think, take pride in being somebody who speaks the truth, considering they also refer to themselves as a confessor.
You think justice is concerned about the truth? I'm assuming your silence, that's a no, that you don't think justice is concerned with the truth.
Justice may not be concerned with the truth, but aren't we?
I
I
mean,
would like to know why, if she is the one that did it.
I'm just, talking out what the difficulties with the proposed course of action is. I mean, I personally am of the opinion that, we haven't even verified if she still even has the candle in her possession. And again, I'm not expecting it to be on displays, but we have ways of figuring out if she does or not. Your Griff, anything in there?
But again, she may have bought it for someone else.
Correct. And what happens if she's going to use it for justice? Like, again, we don't know. But I know if I were to have done something like that, I wouldn't tell the truth. I wouldn't even confess to owning such a thing.
Well, then what do you want to do, Corgana?
I'm just asking how we want to accomplish this.
I think we can get them to agree to the cone of truth, but I believe the issue would be if they flee us, what do we do then? Do we assume that is defense? That is guilt?
I mean, there are laws that we have to uphold because they've given rights under the clan and guests of such. We've talked to Asa about this already. So, my thought is, just like we had Asphalt sort out Sven's possessions, you, Bjorg, or Hiss can go ahead and sort out their personal possessions and effects.
I suppose I could. I'm not much of a sleuth, though.
Okay, but again, what is searching her effects going to accomplish?
Does she have a candle? Does she not?
Again, she may have given it to someone else.
Okay.
So if I search her effects and I don't find a candle, that means nothing.
Oh, that means that she either used it or she gave it to somebody else. And if she used it, well, then more than likely, given the proximity to things. But wait. They said that this was 3 months ago. Right, Matt?
No, they didn't say it was 2 months ago.
Okay, I thought they said something about 3 months ago. Or a few months ago.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I think they said some time. It was a little bit of ago, but I don't think that time was there.
Okay. That's why I wanted to check before I went down this rabbit hole. Thank you. So, I thought Bjorg, if they don't have it, they either gave it to somebody else, or that they used it, and one or the other gives us information. But I just don't know how we can have a conversation with them about this that's going to get us other than hearsay and defensiveness. I just don't know.
Hist, can you tell if magic was recently used around someone or like even in their home?
Unless identify or detect magic and do that, then I could do detect magic. That won't tell me if it was done in the past. It'll just tell me if it's currently there. Could I do like an Arcana check or something?
I mean, you'd have to take a few hours looking at a place to possibly get some information like that, and
Okay.
really going through, because like magic doesn't stay around that long.
Okay.
I have another idea, though.
Yes.
Everything we've done and looked into, everything keeps pointing back to Ranulf. And Ranulf was a very eager soul prior to our going away for the summer. Very gung-ho to do whatever was said or chase down whatever was put in front of them. Including running down the halls and screaming at people in order to kill them, if that was that was the style I got of how they were. Maybe we see if we think that there's targeted at Ruffin, we bring up if they've been receiving any of their hints or any insights or information from Grow or her friends. If there's any relationship there that maybe she's been poisoning some of her own clanspeople who might be easily swayable and convincible that there's more going on.
Well, if you think it's easier to talk to Ranulf, we can do that.
Okay. I just, again, know if that you tried to corner me about some very cursed stuff that killed somebody. Deny.
Hist, Griff.
Other than talking to Grow, I guess we'll go talk to Ranulf.
Do you have any magic that can consult the spirits of the Beyond Grift by chance that might help illuminate things?
Not unless they're dead.
Okay. Figured I'd ask. I used to have like an old soothsayer sort of thing, so... But, well, killing somebody might be frowned upon. So... let's go talk to Renault.
Okay. Matt, we're going to talk to Renalf.
Yes. So I heard. All right. So finding is at the training ground, still getting everybody ready for the getting the last bit of archery done. Waiting for, of course, your shield wall training.
Mm-hmm.
God loyal. And coming upon him, he sees all of you and waves excitedly. Hello, sirs. Coming to finish the training?
It's on the agenda of things to do, Renalf, but I wanted to have some. Well, we wanted to have some questions with you about your personal life and other stuff.
Kind of gives you a little eyebrow up. Not looking to marry anybody right now.
Well, I know, and Griff's not on the Griff's not looking to do so either. But more, you've been a great help in the summer, and you've been thus far in keeping everyone orderly and such. And our last conversation led to that. You were going to look for some evidence regarding your long-term future goals with the clan. Yes.
He nods.
Have you found anything as of yet?
It seems Chief has covered their tracks well. I only whispers of people seeing treasure being brought in, or that there are things that he's worn that they don't remember having come in.
And are any of these people by chance Grow or Aseri?
While Korgan is talking, I would like to insight Renalf specifically on, because I know he really idolizes us Hairsayers and whatnot, whether or not he feels some kind of guilt, because if if we're running on the the suspicion that he might have used this curse, right, it resulted in Tiny's death, whether or not he feels some kind of guilt over that.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Wow, that's a 9. That's a nat 1.
You and Robin, Molly. Yes, Razzle. Tiny died. They got murdered.
Yes. And with that, as you look, I'm not sure they will answer as they you see their eyes. He does kind of stop at the mention of Grow. Yes, she did mention that she had seen items that have not been claimed in the possession of Raffen to me.
Did she mention how she saw this? Or saw this?
No, she said it. She just mentioned some of it she'd seen herself, and that the others she talked to.
So You don't think that's on, Rob? No.
Why would it be odd? She was able to meet due to the merchant stuff, and I mean, we're talking about everyone's a little tight-lipped about it because no one wants to get called out or worse.
Sure. My question is a merchant that supposedly the rumor is that Roffin's brought stuff in from the summer, that from the raids, that he's hiding from us, and that a merchant who arrived well after this is then going ahead and knows what has been claimed, what hasn't, that things that he's hiding from us, a merchant who magically is telling you this off of just a simple merchant meeting, knows all of this information.
She's here to help.
She's here to help.
Yeah.
Help how?
You asked me to find evidence, and I've been asking around, and I came under notice to someone who's willing to back me. And he arranged for Grow to help me more in this.
Okay.
You know, because of this and outsiders coming. And he kind of looks at you. There are things that have to be done in shadows. Locking eyes with you, Gorgana.
Oh. Well, so there are issues with outsiders. But you went to outsiders for help.
And
to help with an internal issue.
Another insider hired them.
So do you ever think that it's just too convenient, Ranulph? Because right now, you're doing your investigations and you're checking up on things. All of our investigations keep pointing back to you, for good or for ill. Like as if someone's trying to set you up to be the fall person for all of this.
I don't. That would be weird. They're saying I would be good as the next chief. I don't know why they'd be setting me up.
Because they don't like Roffin? Because they want to see the tribe fall? Because, Ranulph, do you think you could take me in a fight? Just by myself, you and me. You shied in our sparring, in regards to things for just to spar because you're afraid that it might make you look bad. What chance do you think you stand dealing with Roffin? Roffin's a legendary warrior, and I get it that there might be some backing and some other things, but all it does is create distrust. It creates issues. It causes chaos. It causes us to kill our own. What sort of tribe would you be? What sort of village would you be leading, even if you somehow won in this hypothetical situation that isn't fractured and segmented? How do you win if the urch is all scorched when you win it?
I don't know. Give me a persuasion check.
I will use one of those wonderful inspirations that's sitting in chat. Persuasion, we said. Yes, yes, yes. 26.
What you're saying makes sense. I just, at this point, if you can prove that they're here to hurt us, or that the chief hasn't done anything, but...
Well, Tiny's dead. Tiny's fucking dead.
Right, but you can't tell me that's them.
So we just went on a journey last week to go ahead. Rumors around town, information. Happy to point you to the people that connected the dots for a place called Shadowsteel Citadel. In digging around there, mind you, Dragon also there, scary as fuck. Found information that points to Grow being the one who purchased a candle that would be able to summon such a creature that killed Tiny. Tiny's fucking dead. And it's likely that they're involved with it in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's they bought the candle, handed it off to another person to kill Tiny.
So these people in some citadel say Grow had a candle that was used to kill Tiny.
Yes.
Show me something.
It's a reasonable request. And yet, much like with you and Ruffin, we don't have it because they're playing in shadows.
I understand.
And yet you're willing to go ahead and jump on these outsiders.
What I'm saying is I'm willing to listen, Gargana. I'm willing to stop for a moment, but I need and let you show me something. Because you might be right, but right now all of you all are just another voice telling me to do a thing. And I trust. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can get one of the salesmen to come by.
So
let me just Griff gives me a religion check.
$15.
Okay. In this talk with Grow, you begin to notice that the veins in their face begin to, in Raphael's face, begin to just sort of pulse slightly. And this seems to be an evidence of a type of sangromancy used by fallen priests to empower those they try to make contracts with. It doesn't give it any type of mind control, but it does serve as an empowerment.
So basically, Ranulph made some kind of deal of sorts.
Whether he's fully aware or not. The power isn't in the deal. The power is in what they do because of the deal. So it's not like a mystical deal. It is an agreement, and in an agreement they would usually give this type. They're not like mystically bound in any type of way.
Yeah. Ranulph, you said that you had a backer for challenging Raffen.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this backer from the clan and out one of the new people that we brought in?
They were here from the winter, and they did hire or hook me up with someone who's more newly arrived.
From what we know, at least, we had spoken with Asa a bit about things of like legal avenues that can be taken. And I know that one of them, at least when it comes to changing who is the chief, it's a very specific thing. Single combat on the last week of autumn.
Yeah.
I'm also guessing, I don't think we had asked. To my knowledge, I can't remember, but anything outside of such thing wouldn't exactly be legal.
Physical evidence is required otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was going to wait. And I've been working hard.
I'm wondering if perhaps whether or not this backer of yours is using you or not.
Seems like to me that they are, considering, again, if everything goes wrong, you become the fall person. I mean, you were the one who knew about all of the magical disappearances by people. You're the one who's been spreading the rumors all summer long about Raffen hiding something.
I heard those rumors. Everyone
Right.
has. I didn't spread them. I kind of find it kind of breathes. Who's Grindel?
Grindel pushing you or hooking you up with the outsider?
Grindel hired Grow. And he's backing me.
And so is that why you two were together on the Isle looking on how to overthrow the chief?
Getting the information, yeah.
What does Grindel get out of this?
Just... He just said that I would take his counsel.
In other words, you continue to be his pawn. And we would go back to things potentially as they are in other clans versus how they are now.
I don't know. I all I know is our current... I don't... At this point, you can see there's just way too many things going on with zero evidence. And so you get, like, while you all are giving him really things to think about, it's just more conspiracy. And it's more things that don't have any type of physical evidence behind it.
I mean, there's physical evidence that this has been going on before the summer, Ranulph, because while we were away, magically he's the one putting in for these merchants to show up, that he has these already formed and existing connections.
I mean,
He just wants to be chief.
Yeah, I'm just saying you're still giving him conspiracy.
There's little evidence that that these merchants were ordered before.
They were ordered by him, which I would want to say is what you know is he was supposed he was brought in originally, and you might actually not know this, Donald,
Okay.
but from the very first session, Grindel's been here to bring merchants here.
Right.
That was why he's here. That was his job. That's why he was allowed in to do the job. So right now you're like, well, the fact that he did what he was asked to do is evidence that he somehow was trying to do this from the beginning.
Well, he ordered in Grow specifically that he had magically had this pre-existing relationship.
Yeah.
This was his plan to go ahead and overthrow Ruffin.
So again,
because
you're
he's-
assuming that. All I'm saying is that Renal needs something more physical. Like he needs to see something.
He needs to physically see.
So he has said he either needs that you can prove that the chief hasn't hoarded something, that he has been misled. That's what he has said. Or that there is that hard evidence that the plot against Raffin and he is being manipulated is sinister in nature. Something very, very hard.
So, Ranulph, I know that you're a good kid. Here's what I would like you to think about. If you didn't have all of these people talking into your head, telling you things that they want you to believe, would you still trust the chief? Has he given you any reason to doubt what he's doing? Think about that before you continue on this quest that you're on for Grindel and Grow. And then she's going to turn around and walk away because she's done talking to him.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I think your requests are fair, Ranulph, just as we asked for proof from you. It goes two ways. However, if given your ultimate aspirations, I think you and I should spar it one-on-one alone sometime. Because you're going to need practice against, as he looks back over to the rest of the people that he's training, more than that if you're gonna try to do anything. Maybe under nightfall sometime.
Good. Nods.
Leave him to his business as well.
Well, I don't exactly disagree with your sentiments of needing proof. Eventually, circumstances can't just be coincidental. Just think on all the things we've talked about at the least.
He nods. All right. Anything else?
Um,
I think we need to talk to Grow.
yeah, it's about. We should probably at least confront her. I mean, we can't just keep leaving it up to mystery or speculation.
It proves that there's a plot aimed at Roffin.
Yeah.
Why though?
Exactly.
Like, the easiest one is Grindel wants to be in charge. That's the easiest thing that comes to mind.
Yeah. And then there is the possibility that someone is coercing him. The simplest answer is probably the truth, but we do have to think of all things.
I mean, we don't know what's going on with Grow, but as far as we're aware, for the most part, Grindel's a merchant. And he's now lost his shadow. And if there's curses and things of that nature flying around, maybe he's feeling a bit more different about the friends that he's brought into town. If perhaps they're the ones who are now inflicting collateral damage upon his personage and reputation. Thoughts? Maybe he can tell us more about the friends that he's brought into town and what the beef they might have with this.
So you think we should go directly to him? Bypass Grow?
Well, I mean, maybe he can give us information about Grow. Maybe he's being manipulated, or maybe... But because he's lost his shadow, he now has skin in the game as well, is my guess. Because I think he was trying to get without him or his own being hurt. And that doesn't seem to be the case anymore, given the fact that he lost his shadow. It's just a thought. He may know absolutely nothing about them, but the more information we have, the better we can...
I'm fine with going to talk to him. Hist, Griff?
That sounds good to me.
It's fine with me. I've been doing some thinking about Grindel's motivations.
Mm-hmm.
I remember way back in the beginning when we were investigating his whole rivalry with the Benisons. A lot of his motivations for what he had done was for his family. I'm wondering if this might be a big roundabout thing.
Right, but it may be too that even though he says he's okay with not having thralls, that he's not okay. And he's just saying that so he can be here and cause unrest, so that we can go back to the way it was before. Let's just go talk to him and find out. And maybe Molly can, or Griff can get him to tell the truth.
So off to Grindel, I think it is.
Okay. So, you proceed and you're able to find Grindel. What he does managing his farmstead. Right now he's to be bringing in fresh batches of honey over to Gondol. He looks and goes, "Oh, ourselves. Welcome. How can I help you?"
Well, for starters, what's your relationship with Grow?
What's this? Huh. He says, "I hired her to train young Ronald."
Train her in what ways? Or train him in what?
My dissatisfaction with how the chief is running things is no secret. Renault expressed a desire to challenge. In his current state, he would have been felled with a single swoop. I hired Bro to help him have an edge and garner some support should he win.
And so you thought an outsider would be the appropriate person to train him in this regard, or is there something more that you know about Grow that we don't?
Grow is a capable fighter, and outsider, as you rightly put it, means that they couldn't be. That by the time it would happen, they'd be gone. Therefore, no one. If I asked a clan member, they might take consequences for supporting someone who challenged the chief. It was the best way. No risk to Grow or any other clan member.
Just Ranulf. The center of it all, not even yourself.
Ranulf is the one who said they wanted to challenge. I trying to help it not die.
So instead of coming to us with the issues of the problems that you might have, or that the reason why Ranulf might be wanting to challenge, you instead encouraged it to that flame to grow.
You were the ones who told him to bring evidence. His flame had already been fanned. At any rate, if you judge me to have done wrong, we can take it to the law stone. I was simply trying to help a young man not get slaughtered.
What if we told you that she's involved with your shadow problem?
Then I suppose we could see where that leads. That someone has other jobs isn't usually a big concern of mine. And I guess she owes me 50 gold.
I was hoping. I need to know what his vibe on us, if this is something that's really bothering him, and that he might have known about, or if he's just like,
Give me
okay,
insight back.
This is so bad for me. All right, I'm gonna use one of those other inspirations in the chat because otherwise it's gonna be bad. $13.
You said 10?
13.
13. $13. I would say, yeah, you can't quite get his vibe other than there's potentially several things going on here.
Yeah, he's a merchant. He's used to wordplay and all of these fun things. I'm aware. What do you want at the end of the day of all of this mess? If you don't want a young man to get slaughtered, what is it that, Grindel, what is it that you want? Given your dissatisfaction with the chief, what is it that the chief could either do more of, or what do you want from the tribe at the end of the day?
I want to know that we will all survive the fires of winter. He stares at you.
I would like to insight that specifically, like his answer of to this question. Like, what is it he wants out of this?
Yeah.
Of all the things, this is the one that gets the insight. I love you, Molly.
That's what Griff wants to know. He wants to know what Grindel wants out of this. What's his motivation for it all? It's another natural one.
Oh my god.
Is there something that I feel like he's trying to communicate to me in that statement, given that he's staring intently at me, as you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Just great. Well, thank you, Grindel. Kind of wish you brought this information a little bit prematurely, but I understand as a merchant you don't always want to put your eggs all in one basket.
Yeah. So very specifically, you've brought up several concerns about the fact that there's no thralls for the winter ceremonies. Kurgana, and he is very much indicating that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never been a fan of Circle Grindel. So we may have to light some bodies. If that means I've got to light a few druids on a fire and attach them to some trees, well... In discussing that with the chief over the summer, he seems to be in mind with that. But do you think, given Ranulf's capabilities, that Ranulf is going to be strong enough to support the tribe in that regard? Because we're just not magically going to make new bodies and new thralls just show up midwinter.
He'll have support.
And so does Ruffin.
Well, saying if no wins, he'll have support to do what needs to be done.
You know, I'm kind of glad you lost your shadow, because you're an asshole.
Kind of smiles. Good leaders are glad about their own actions, Kurgana.
Good. Oh. Well, I'm starting to wonder if you'd have backed me.
All right. Anything everyone's doing while all this is happening? Any more into this conversation?
Well, I guess, actually, can I insight what he meant at the end? Because our characters don't know, technically.
Yeah, give an insight.
I have another insight, but I want to do it more on Korgana, but I'll wait until after Hist is done.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Where is it there? 5.
We're doing great on these insights, guys.
I know, right? We're really getting...
You're muted, Donald. Here.
I'm just waiting. I'm just laughing and waiting for the one from Ollie.
Okay, so we had that whole end bit, we heard it all.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking. Yeah.
Yeah. So specifically, what Griff is inciting at this point is, if Korgana is like being fully serious about just like finding people from our tribe, our clan, and just going to sacrifice them to the trees. Because that's what Korgana insinuated.
I mean, you've had a conversation with Korgana on this subject already, to an extent, Griff. Where Korgana had insinuated, as you think more about it, that Korgana has a very, very, perhaps life-defining grudge against the Prismatic Circle, and might possibly be happy to barbecue all of them as part of their grudge.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, like that.
Oh.
Korgana's willing to to sacrifice our clan members for to survive the winter
Oh, absolutely.
to the
fucking not.
trees.
Absolutely fucking not.
But based on what Corgana was talking about with Grindel, what he said about sacrificing some druids to survive the winter, he's thinking Griff is getting that from this, that our druids, our clan members.
No, the Prismatic Circle is a bunch of druids, and Corgana seems very keen on barbecuing Prismatic Circle druids.
But because Corgana hasn't outright said that, from what Corgana has said to Grindel in this situation, he's thinking that that's where Corgana's willing to sacrifice our own clan members.
Okay.
He's misinterpreting, I think. But then again, I'm also misinterpreting it, but I'm willing to run with it that Griff is also misinterpreting it.
Sure. So, I don't know how you... I've given you Corgana's perspective on this. So I don't know what you need from me on that.
And so I'm going to assume that perhaps Griff is reading into it that he understands that Corgana's talking about something else.
Yeah. And if you want further elucidation, you can happily engage in Corgana on that. Oh. Yeah. I can appreciate your hope that we all survive the winter, Grindel. We'll see which ones of us actually do.
I mean, sort of looks at you. If we have the spirit to fight, then we will.
Those of us that fight, Grindel, don't want to fight. We want peace. I don't wake up in the morning saying I want to go kill somebody. I pray for the days that I don't have to.
That will never come to Arathis. But that's good. Whatever keeps you from giving into the darkness is fine. And he sort of kind of goes, at the end of the day, we're both trying to take care of my daughter.
There's a moment where Corgana's hand reaches for the great sword on his back. A moment. There's a twitch. And Griff is paying attention to Corgana. Griff can easily see this.
Or did you really think that I don't understand the role Raffen likely played in her disgrace? I might not be yelling in the streets, but I do move so that she will be an accepted part of the village.
And yet you fail to support her when she needed it most.
My support just looks different. And much more practical.
Oh, I'd say I wish for your shadow never to darken my doorway, but, well, seems like that's not going to happen.
Goes. Then we'll get real close to Griani says, we both know it darkens your doorway every time you walk in.
If only. I'm so.
And he's going to go if there's anything else.
Yes, please.
if you feel like does everyone else feel like the characters have stuff answered, or do they want to ask more questions too? Here.
I think Griff's question was answered. His main thing was wanting to know Grindel's motivations, and basically Grindel has at this point outright said that he's doing all of this for his daughter. Like, he is doing all of this shady shit because he wants his daughter to be safe, and also to get a little bit of revenge on Raffen for kind of letting everything go. So Griff's questions are answered here.
Same, my house is one motivation.
We've always known his motivation. I just wanted to know how much of an asshole he really was.
Alright, yeah, Korgana's just gonna give him a little grin and then just walk away.
Follow Korgana. Say, I think we need to confront Grow.
I do think it's about time that we confronted her directly.
At least knowing that Grow how much Grow is involved in this, and what extra means she's taken. Because we know that she was hired. It's just, well, how deep do your services go?
It's definitely something we should address. I'm feeling a little angry at the moment, so I'm not sure I'm the best one to be a conversation starter. As people might take my tone at this point a bit accusatorily.
That's fine. You just stand there and be intimidating.
Alright. Asking around, you see that she usually takes herself in solitude in Alphys's Timberland.
Aka what? Excuse me? Where?
Alphys's Timberland.
The druid.
You mean this place that's been having problems throughout the summer and the fall repeatedly?
The same.
Just saying so fucking casually, Matt. Oh, we did manage to get a long rest, though, from our return, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that might be of some importance here.
Head toward his forest. Or grove.
All right. So heading there, it's not hard to find the auburn-haired woman who sits, her eyes closed, leaning up against a tree, meditating, praying.
I'm going to go sit down right in front of her in the exact same position she's sitting in.
Have you come to talk to Solima?
No, we've come to talk to you.
She opens her eyes. Ah. Here says the Regval. You've come to a humble confessor. How may I help you?
We would like you to confess some things to us.
Of what nature is that?
What you've been doing behind the chief's back with Grindel and Ranulf?
Looks. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Seems we are in disagreement.
No, you're just lying to me.
Okay.
We know that you're helping prepare Ranulf to face the chief in combat.
Interesting. He'd be rather doomed. I'm not that skilled.
Interesting, because we've been told that you're a really good fighter.
Well, people like to make things up, I suppose.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't say that you were training him, that you were backing them and you'd give him an edge.
Well, other than if he puts his faith in Suleiman, she provides blessing to this clan through him, then maybe. But such a thing has not occurred.
And why would you be willing to do this? What do you get out of this?
I haven't said I've been willing to do anything. I am simply here to serve Maivar and help the family.
So, just out of curiosity, have you purchased any unusual candles lately?
I mean, there was this really weird pink one that we got in a lot, but nothing that stood out to me.
And what was
Insight
weird?
check.
Sure.
Use inspiration.
Get another one, Molly. Get another one for me on this.
Oh no.
23.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. So. Okay. Seems to be telling the truth.
And what was unusual about this pink candle?
Oh, that it was pink. I don't know what you would do. What type of tropical place must you be from if you try to make a pink candle?
Don't know that you necessarily have to come from somewhere tropical. There's probably ways to make a pink candle.
Yeah. I'd love to learn them. Where would I where I get that knowledge?
I don't know, because I don't know anything about candle making.
Ah, interesting.
You might check with one of the merchants, other merchants.
Oh yes, I guess we also could take a course. Pink candles be very femme.
How do I want to word this next question? Have you been on any interesting adventures since you've been here?
Just here, and I want to call it too much of adventure. Just seeing the wonderful people, the way everyone works and trains hard for the winter. It's quite interesting, since I will not be here for it, to watch what everyone goes through, and wondering if next autumn we'll have a place to come back to and sell, or if we will find carnage.
Okay, now
Why do you
go ahead.
Really?
No, go ahead.
And why do you think that we might be coming back to find carnage?
I A new village. The horrors of winter. I spend mine behind thick walls. You have no walls to speak of.
Been paying attention, haven't you?
Well, I am in service to the family, and I do my best to see what's going on.
Can I insight check her to see if she actually has only stayed in the village?
Sure.
Are there any inspirations left?
I didn't use any. when I
Okay,
rolled, so
then I'm going to use inspiration. Ooh, good thing too. 19.
Sounds like she's telling the truth.
Okay. Oh. I get up and I pull Griff to the side and whisper to Griff, from what I can tell, she's not left the village, so how did they get a description of her if it's not her? Is it possible someone disguised themselves as her? And why would they do that?
I don't know.
I think there's more at work here than we know.
Bro, by your own admission, you're not much of a fighter. So, these woods are dangerous.
Oh, I rely on Solama. She has said this is a good place to seek out her peace. I don't think she'd betray me.
So, does Soloma have an issue with Ruffin?
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you have any issues with Ruffin or the family?
No.
No unsettled grudges, not here on behalf of anybody else's grudges or justice?
Not that I'm aware.
So, why would some curse sellers in a citadel not far from here, well, a bit far from here, but not too far, considering how far you've traveled, say that you came and bartered for a candle for them?
Really? They name it to
Yeah.
me.
They do make a pretty good depiction of you too.
Oh.
A
Wow.
very accurate
Like
description.
very accurate.
Well, you know what they say, everyone has a look-alike. I don't know why people are claiming I'm doing something, to do something that I did not. I couldn't imagine the wickedness that flows through people's hearts.
Is there any wickedness that flows through your heart?
Oh, of course. I hope that Solima can cure me of it.
Enjoy it, Matt. Enjoy it.
Would that would that be vengeance of a sort?
Oh, no, I just mean I'm not immune to anything. I don't pretend to be. If you are accusing me of anything, I don't know why you would be, but if you're asking me, listen, we're merchants. I serve a merchant family. We are cutthroat, but we wouldn't want to hurt potential customers. So I don't know why you'd think we'd be interested in anything of the sort.
Then maybe you can help us. Maybe you can ask for some guidance from Soloma to help us find the answers we are seeking.
Ah, well, I can make it part of my daily prayers, and we'll see what happens.
You don't want to hurt people, and yet you're willing to offer spiritual enlightenment to Ranulf to kill a man that is probably the bigger portion of and a greater warrior in helping us survive the winter, and encourage such bloodshed instead of talking them to finding a different path in peace.
See, are you telling the truth right now, Kurgana? Did
I
be
mean,
this much on the side of Raffen?
for me to be?
Yeah,
Oh, is that what you're asking in regards to this?
yeah.
Interesting question.
Could Griff possibly make a religion check to consider more about Solima? Because I'm kind of like, I personally know more about Solima than I think Griff would know, but I do think Griff would know like her like the epitaphs, the names that she goes by, and one of those is the Lady of Vengeance, and like justice and vengeance, like as like acts kind of come hand in hand and are two sides of the same coin. And the way that like she's talking to Griff and to me kind of like feel like she's a bit too pacifistic for somebody who is a follower of justice and or potentially vengeance.
Okay, give me an insight check.
To answer your question,
Actually, religion check. Religion check. Is
Yeah.
what we'll do. Sorry.
I was leaning more into the religion aspect of it.
To answer your question,
25.
It's okay. Or 25. Yeah, this doesn't sound right. This is problematic. In addition, standing here, you see scars on her arms that go up through her elbows, past the heavy robe she wears, the way she's sitting right now and relaxed. And you can recognize them in the shapes of infernal. There is very specifically a term for people such like this called the bloodbounded. These are those that have begun following an archdemon and harm themselves through sacrifices of blood and inscription, and even sometimes chopping off legs and arms to gain power, to serve. And you also know that they are always, without exception, pilfered from the followers of arch-seraphs and turned.
Okay. Okay.
I do love this is your character, Molly, because I know you've read all the mythos of the world, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
son of...
Oh yeah.
Oh. Kurgana. We were trying to get Kurgana's thing. And
I
then we'll
think
go
his
to
way. Okay. Kurgana confessed that they prefer to side on the side of the underdog, and based off the information that's going on right now, and the deal that Kurgana struck was to remove the outsider and not hurt the clan in that regard. Very much so, actually.
So you're still there to like support Rono.
Oh, well, to support Ranulf in regards to, you're asking, if a fight were to break out this moment, would Kurgana side with Ranulf or with Rothin?
Yeah.
Kurgana would side with Rothin based off of things right now.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
I'm happy to explain that logic at some point.
It's all good. It's just this is what I just need to know. Okay. So then Hist.
I was wondering if during this I could have casted the new spell I got to make like the familiar like with my hand and searched around for anything else like the candle that in her possessions.
Okay. Sure.
Using like like trying not to get detected.
Yeah. Roll stealth for this familiar.
Cool.
Because I'll allow that maybe you had thought of having it beforehand, just because, you know, otherwise we start to get into everyone has to name everything before we go into which can get very frustrating. So I'd rather give benefit of doubt to characters.
I did dequip because I couldn't code it in yet. I did just dequip lightning bolt from my spell book, like over after the week ended to make up for it. So I have like one unequipped spell because I wanted to have that one prepared.
Okay, just give me the stealth.
19.
19. Okay. Searching among her things that she has with her right now. Yeah, you don't find. I'm not thinking you're finding anything that she doesn't have like a candle on her. She doesn't have like some extra ash or anything.
And I wouldn't find anything. I wouldn't find like the basin of. Okay, yes, that would be the ash. All right, cool.
Give me a perception check though.
Perception. I got a 10.
Okay. And yeah, I think you would not find anything.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else have something?
Not in front of her.
Yeah, for now at least.
With her meditations, are there any like arcane symbols or glyphs or anything of that nature to what's going on?
No, she doesn't put anything out. She's just sort of sitting there.
Just sitting there. Okay, I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. Yeah,
I haven't tested my Arcana much in this campaign, but I figured I'd ask. Well, looking at the others.
I would like to, as we're leaving, as we sort of get out of her range of sight, to hold back and stealthily find a place to hide and watch her.
Give me a stealth check.
27.
Okay.
Can I just leave my thing in there as well? Hidden.
Sure.
I think it only lasts an hour.
What you would see is she goes in and she takes out what appears to be a silver needle, some thread. Just sort of holds it in her hand. And as the mouse, you can see she has like a few pinpricks in her fingers. And I would say the mouse will be able to hear. There is a price for betrayer. Fool. She puts it back in her bag. And so you see her say something, Bjarg, and you see her take these things out and put them back in her bag, and then she just sits there. And as you observe her, she just sits there.
Has to tell Bjorg what he saw and heard.
Okay, if all she's doing now is sitting there, then I will sneak away.
Yeah.
And go back to my friends.
Yeah, the DM is saying, you will find nothing. I said, there anyway! You find nothing. I've had that in games. Why sit for 3 days? After 3 days? I've given you that thing.
No, and I tell them what I witnessed, and then Hiss can share what he knows.
And then, yeah, I'll share what I heard.
I share what I had gleaned, and I will emphasis it by that she's probably using sangromancy. When we spoke with Ranulf, he seemed like he was under some effects of some kind of sangromancy as well.
Is there a way that we can break that?
To my knowledge, generally it's the user of the blood magic.
Yeah. And now that you're doing that, was where the biggest conversation, because one thing you know, because you rolled real high, that they're able to do is they are able to make followers, now that you know this is blood bonded. Those who freely accept their gifts can be made into living bombs. They have the power to cause anyone accepting their gift to explode. Usually burning and killing all those within a certain radius.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. So,
That's Griff's knowledge.
Oh, right, my bad.
I mean, they can share now, which is fine. I don't know if Molly wants to block.
I would share it. Essentially, Ranulf is a living blood bomb that will explode.
So how do we remove that, and how do we get this proof to? Because they're asking for physical evidence. I kind of want her scarred arms at this point. But how do we get that? How do we make that legally happen, Griff?
Well, from what I gather, if she's smart enough to be and talented enough to create such a well-contrived lie to convince everybody that she is who she says she is, I don't think there's anything stopping her from if we try to bring her in for any evidence, using whatever abilities she has. And if she has, it seems that if Renulf has accepted her gift, her power, she could kill him and whoever's around
So
and
why don't we
easily get
just
away.
so why don't we just kill her now, so that way she can't do that to poor Renolf.
We could. But
It would be quite a problem if he just blew up.
While challenging the chief in what is likely going to be a spectacle of an event, as people observe and record it for history, to wage and measure the outcome. So you mean we'd lose more people in proximity?
Well, so here's another thought. How do we know that Grindel's not bloodbound to her as well?
We don't?
Exactly. Which could be a
And-
problem, because if he is, then we've got 2 bombs.
and then there's also Mehrunes. Mehrunes follows Sulima. If Gro has convinced her and her family that she is a cleric and a confessor, who's to say she hasn't given them her gift?
Well, but it sounded like she didn't need to be here for whatever's going to happen. So she wouldn't necessarily need Mehrunes for that. Because they're supposed to be leaving. And she even stated as much.
She'd leave out. So this occurs the last week of autumn, so she'd be leaving at the end of the week. So she might be there for the ceremony.
Ah, okay.
Just for clarity.
Yes. I think we should address this problem now, and worst case is Asa finds us 250 gold pieces.
Can we just take our findings to Asa and let her say it's okay for us to do this and not worry about it?
My question would be is, what proof do we have, Bjorg? Everybody's asking for proof. And all
Yeah.
he's got is theories and such. We have to take action at some point. Where do we want to start that action? Or do we just let everything come to a head and we deal with the aftermath of it?
No.
That's kind of why I'm asking the question.
Okay, well, we can go take care of the problem. Griff? Hist?
I don't really see any other outcome. We don't really have evidence, and I don't really see another way to get any physical one, at least.
Griff, are you in agreement with this?
We should stop her sooner rather than later. The longer we let her leave her up to her own devices, it could there's many things that I can conceive Sangromancy being capable of, especially someone who has given themselves to the archdemons.
Well, and we don't know what she just did, other than we know she did something to someone in this clan based on what she said. So are we going to march back there and take care of her now?
Seems good to me.
This could go very terribly, but I guess if that's our only option.
If you've got other options, Hist, I'm all ears.
No, no,
I'm hoping you have an option for once, or not for once, but on this. I don't.
To be honest, I just don't really know of a way that we can get any tangible evidence on them.
I mean, we can go straight to Roffin and talk about this with him, but that's like,
Do
he
we
gonna do
know?
anything with that proof?
Do we know if there's a way to actually get into like her room?
They live off on a chunk of land, right? That was given to them for the summer.
I mean, they do. It would definitely, they have guards and things because they were merchant things. Like this would be, you don't quite have authority as hairsayers necessarily. Like you theoretically could. It would be a little bit. It would just be complicated. You could sneak in and you could try to do it. If caught, it could cause a little bit of stuff.
Well, if my friends distract the guards while I sneak in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, it might work out. But
if they're willing to cause a distraction.
I'd rather just cut the head off at this point, but that's just me, and use her arms as evidence. But that's me.
Okay, I'm willing to go with the majority. So if we just want to go back and take care of her right now, then let's just go do it. We can search her things later.
Oh, that might be a bit hard, but that's a different story.
We'll
Is this
figure
gonna
it
get
out.
Technically, the infernal on her arms is kind of proof.
Oh, yeah. Could we not just write down what we see and then bring it as evidence?
there might be proof to her null. Just because she's blood-bonded doesn't mean she's.
Yeah.
Because again, Valak takes all types.
Yes, that's the fun line that we're running here. Is it's also a land of might makes right. So, but we as a tribe are trying not to be that for good and for ill, and thus it's murking the waters here.
It is. It's
much.
just one of those things. Not like, look, they work for a fiend. People go, well, okay. I mean, they sell good products. So I don't, But again, if Harris says you make a judgment, you make a judgment, and that's fine. But it is. You are the authority.
Okay, so what is everybody's final decision? Are we going to her and killing her now? Or are we going to try to go to Renal and give him proof? Or are we going to try to search her things? Those are the three options. Tell me what's happening.
If we can, I would say we'd search her things first.
Yeah, I think it might be clear to go in more further investigation or kill her. Because if you have all these options, it just makes more sense. Because the killer option's pretty extreme. So, be it that if people want to vote, it's what it's.
Yes.
I got your thing.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So because then you can decide on what further investigation you take. But currently, it's kind of like having too many candidates in an election. It's like what? So it's like, okay, so we have one HIST investigation.
I think knowing where she is now, investigating her stuff would probably be the better idea.
Okay.
Because we know where she is. We know that she's doing some kind of pensive blood magic shit. So maybe we should go rifle through her shit.
Sounds like go investigate her shit then is the winner.
Okay, let's go investigate her shit.
Okay.
That means you guys have to cause a distraction.
Yeah. Right. So you start to go into Magvar proper, or to get the hunk of land and see what you can find. And right now, of course, it's a very busy time. The merchant, it's like the same parcel of land as the shop and everything. So coming in. We will end for tonight. So
of course we will.
Next week. All right, everyone. Bye bye.